What is going on, guys? This is JOE KERR with another instalment of COD Strat. Now, today we're playing a bit of Domination, and we have got an LMG we're using. Probably going to talk a bit about map management during Domination, because it's a bit different gameplay. Things you need to be aware of, like, in Team Deathmatch, you're probably not going to see a lot of exactly what we're seeing now, just smoke grenades, and certainly not a lot of LMGs, as you're a bit more mobile in Team Deathmatch. Also, the score streaks I'm going to be using, they're a bit higher because, you know, if you're capturing points, there's 200 points straight away. It's like 2 kills, so you tend to, you know, get a lot more points a lot quicker and a lot easier as well. So that being said as well, we've also got a few different attachments on the gun, as you can see on screen now, and we've also got you know, slightly different setup in terms of perks and also in terms of a secondary weapon and, you know, just the way we want to be playing the game. The score streaks, firstly, we might get into those running care package, usually because you can usually find you know, a bit of free space on Domination. In terms of the spawns, you'll have a whole team spawning in one area, therefore, you know, you've got the other end of the map that you can be on calling that care package in, and it can be really handy because you might get 3-4 care packages a game. The chance of getting something along the lines of an escort drone or a stealth chopper or even, you know, a lodestar, it gets higher and higher the more you use it, obviously, so it can be very handy. And I mean, at worst you might be getting a spy plane, which is just giving you a bit extra score, helping you get the other score streaks. The other one I've got on there is Dragonfire. Dragonfire is pretty handy in Domination, purely because it's something that you can sort of mobilise, and from there, if you've got a whole team attacking a particular objective, you know, you don't have to be putting yourself in harm's way. You can sort of hide off in a corner a bit, and then from there, obviously, call that Dragonfire in. Finally got the AGR, really handy because you've got the enemy team being distracted. They're trying to capture points, they're trying to focus on the other enemy team, of course. You know, if you're playing ground war as well, you've got 9 opposition mates to consider rather than 6. I mean, even 6 teammates plus 3 objectives, you've then got an AGR floating around. I mean, it makes a huge difference. So that's what we're running in terms of the score streaks. You'll see I roll through them pretty quickly. I'm already up to my Dragonfire. I'm, you know, working my way towards my second care package there already. Now, in terms of the gun itself, we've got the Mark 48. Now, that is an LMG which is relatively well balanced, but, you know, it doesn't have the highest fire rate, doesn't have the lowest recoil, doesn't have the most damage, does have the most range, and that's something you really need to focus on. It's got awesome range, so that's what basically what that comes down to is it's going to be providing you with damage more effectively at a longer range. So you know, you can be firing, you'll see it a lot of the times I'm firing for a long way away, I'm still causing huge amounts of damage. Benefits of the LMG, of course, you know, you get massive amounts of ammo, which if you're going on long kill streaks, which you can easily do, or, you know, you can see a lot of people on one objective and you want to keep firing, you don't have to stop to reload, which can cost you a lot of points, which ultimately, you know, can cost you score streaks. The reloads are a little bit painful, but as you can see, you know, you've usually got plenty of time and you can locate yourself on the map, so that, you know, you provide yourself with that extra time. We've also got stock on there. I've displayed in earlier videos, I think stock is a really, really undervalued attachment. It's something that is seriously fantastic if you know how to use it. You can be really, really mobile with it. And I've also got the target finder. I mean, target finder, sure, it is a bit of a bitch way to do things, agreed. But, I mean, look, if it's effective, use it. Ultimately, you want to be getting the highest scores you can and the most kills you can. If that helps you get there, then, you know, so what if it's a bit of a little bitch move, especially in this instance where we've combined it with a silencer as well. Real reason I've used a silencer isn't so much to start the mini-map for this, because, I mean, based on the way that you spawn in Domination and the points that you've captured, the team pretty much knows where you are. You're either running from one side of the map to the other sort of thing, so they're going to really know the general vicinity you're in at all times almost. It's mostly because it reduces muzzle flash. If you're having trouble with accuracy, having trouble staying on target, I suggest putting a silencer on. It doesn't hamper your range a huge amount, or not enough to warrant leaving it off. And it makes life a lot easier, as you can see. I mean, there's almost very little, if any, muzzle flash there at all. It's almost like you're shooting, you know, BB pellets or something along those lines. The secondary gun I've used here is B32R. I just really like it. You can fire off with a lot of quick rounds pretty accurately, even at a decent distance. Really put whatever you want on. I chose not to go for something like an RPG or something like that, just because it takes a while to reload, and often you want to flick to your secondary if you're running into close quarters, or you run out of ammo, you're getting low on ammo, and you just got to be really quick. So I like to have a pistol on there, just for safekeeping, I guess. Something to mention as well with that care package, try to call your score streaks, and especially if you're using things like spy planes or lodestars at the beginning of a round. Usually you're going to find the enemy team is pretty bunched. They're not being picked off as quickly by your own team. And also, let's say I'm running a care package like I am now. I can throw that down, go and capture a point. By the time that point's been captured, I can open that care package. But certainly playing smart is the biggest thing in terms of domination. Perks I've got on hardline, taking 20% of the score required off. That makes life a lot easier, especially if you are running things that are a bit higher, like your AGRs or your lodestars, whatever you might want to run. I find that just because you can capture points that might be 200 or so points or whatever the case might be, then you tend to roll through the lower score streaks too fast. I mean, I'm up to my third or fourth AGR here already. If I'm running things as low as I have in team death matches, then you're going to run through them too quickly and waste a lot of opportunities. In terms of the perks as well, we've got lightweight. You move so slow with an LMG, you've got to have it on there, otherwise you sort of feel like a bit of a snail. And finally, toughness, just helping you stick on target. They're a lot easier, especially if you're firing from particular areas, which is something I wanted to touch on now. The whole goal and what you should be aiming for with this particular class setup and in terms of domination game modes is finding a particular area, locking it down, and then moving on to the next area. So you'll notice I spawned down near where you can see the drone is at the moment. I've captured that point, run up into the building, fired off at point B, and then I've run round. I've secured another point. Once that point's secure, there's no enemy spawning anywhere near there. I've usually got a score streak or a care package or something along those lines by now that I can call in. I call those in, I then run to the next point, I secure that. If it happens to be near an enemy or an enemy bound target, like we've got point C just here, then fantastic, go and capture it, but wait for the right moment. Don't get too eager. You're better off sitting around for an extra 5-10 seconds, making sure that you've got that area completely locked down and you know the enemy team is miles away, then going, oh, quick, and rushing in, getting yourself killed. You've wasted a score streak, and the extra 200 points that would have been really beneficial now is serving very little purpose. Aside from that's really all you want to focus on. Being patient, I think, is a big thing. Using everything to your advantage. You'll notice here, just little things, shuffling out of the way as I'm reloading because guys might get me down there and I'm in longer grass. Moving right over to the edge here, so I'm a little bit harder to see. I've got a bit more of a backdrop of a fence behind me. You'll see right here as well in terms of the stock, strafing side to side, just make sure that a little bit harder to hit. If I don't have that on there, I can't move quite as quick from side to side. You're just not going to get as many kills. I was lucky enough in one of my care packages here to get a war machine, which is pretty beneficial. But yeah, keep an eye on your minimap. If you can begin to lock down positions and get score streaks, it has a snowball effect. I got a bit unlucky there. Wasn't expecting him to be able to mow his way through a few of my teammates to get to me, but I suppose that also proves another point. Don't have too much faith in your teammates. Try to be a bit of a lone wolf when it comes to this. You're not going to be very detectable, and if you can really focus on locking down particular areas thoroughly and then moving on from there, it will have a snowball effect. You'll find that you get on a roll, you get a few kills going, a few more of your teammates do. That then helps you because the other team isn't rolling over the top of you with all their score streaks. You might have noticed one of my teammates had a lodestar before. That's usually beneficial for us because they're focused on that. I can go and call in a care package. You notice one of the other guys trying to get a care package there. I think you'll find that has a massive effect on what you're trying to do. And look, I hope it's helped, guys. Enjoy.